Hey guys, welcome back to the Somnium Files. Let's carry on where we left off. We're just continuing our investigation of Renju's murder, as well as Shoko's, but he is kind of the priority at this point. He's the latest one to have been killed by the new Cyclops Killer. And, well, Ota might have some information. Where have you been?
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
What, just sit outside the podcast booth for 10 hours until she's finished?
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a doujin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads.
Okay.
You know, normal.
Sure.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
Who wants a normal day? About Renju's case.
I don't know anything.
Why are you panicking all of a sudden?
I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious. I did a thermal check on Ota's body.
We're doing thermal checks now?
This is his current body temperature.
He's smoking hot.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall.
Yeah, give me that pouty face.
You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Well, wait, it's no big deal. I just...
Trust me, receptionist, it's pretty juicy stuff.
You better start talking.
I could tell you about it on our date.
Okay.
Well, spill the beans about Renju's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket,
You're quite the common element at these crime scenes, it seems.
and I saw Renju come out of the building.
What time was that?
Was he alone?
Don't lie to me. I've got a third eye. Looks like he's cooled down a little bit, if only slightly.
Someone was with him. A man.
Why don't we just keep it up? He's gone cold.
No. A woman.
Yep. We're not in the
Okay,
military.
look.
At ease, soldier.
I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
You know, your eyes get big when you lie.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess.
Glad you realize the futility of it all.
You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. But Tessa has nothing to do with this.
That's fine. Leave it up to me to figure that out. What time did this happen?
She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
She's human, like the rest of us.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
What if she has a deep, dark secret that you don't know about? A savior.
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
I can feel you on that. Probably not the lowest point of my life part, but, you know, trying to figure out what I want to write. I feel like I get different ideas every time, and I can't just stick to one consistent idea. I keep chopping and changing. It's terrible.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Hey, fake it till you make it, AIBA. Don't judge.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important.
What's that?
You don't have to care what people think, you know?
Yeah, I know that.
If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have.
Okay, I'll apply that to my own life.
After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired.
You got over your writer's block. Have you written anything?
A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down.
They'll say that about any old idol.
So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Tell your friends to just watch Twitch. Find some Twitch thoughts, you know? Slow down, I didn't say Iris was the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
Look, I haven't ruled anything out.
I need to hear her side of the story.
Amateurish of me. to do that.
If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
Exactly.
But
Give me everything you have that may look bad against her, and if I can still think that she's innocent afterwards, then she's all clear.
Do it for Iris.
It's for her own good. Also, about Mizuki.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
what? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
Yeah,
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki.
exactly.
I have no reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain.
Well, until he asks, I think it's just something we don't mention.
Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
Why do you have to hesitate?
You're sick, Date.
I'm sick.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty.
It's a literal term.
If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
It's not like I did air quotes or anything, did I, Date? Did you?
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, I don't want to read your erotica. What time did Renju and Iris leave the building? There we go.
Around 6:15, I guess.
So he was still alive around that time.
Where did they go?
Annie was roaming about.
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved.
That explains why no one was there.
I figured I would just go home.
You alright there?
What happened?
What are you looking at? Oh, of course. I thought she was going to emerge from the other door.
Date.
Hello.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
You okay? Suppose, Renju did die. She's probably a bit, out of it. Sunday, 8:23 p.m., police headquarters. Questioning time. Not dirty. Boss just chilling in the shadows there. Alright. Let's begin.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
I mean, technically you could have a lawyer present, but this is Japan. I don't know that laws.
The right to remain silent.
Yeah, you do.
You're treating me like a criminal.
No, I'm just giving you your rights.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth,
You don't have to be a criminal to have that right.
and I would appreciate your cooperation.
Iris. Iris looks nervous. It's understandable, of course, after suddenly being taken to a place like this. And the guy you were meeting at 6:10 p.m. last night was found dead 2 hours later. Where do we begin? Do you have an alibi for last night?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
Okay.
You're sure?
Yes.
So you only spent 50 minutes with Renju?
AIBA, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
Okay.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily.
She may have found a way to disguise her tells.
We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
Or she's drugged herself.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
If she was at home, surely we can ask her mother.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
Killed him there. And he got transported. Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
Why is that?
My mom was at home.
Oh, how convenient.
She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Sorry, I'm just cycling through the dialogue. I'm quite curious.
Think of it. Iris' mom had connections to Renju too.
I think this would be a fast-paced conversation.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
Yes.
We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the
It's
case.
getting pretty intense. I'm enjoying this.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
Where was your mother? You used to work at Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. About the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera?
How does it work?
Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just asking questions. If you knew, then other workers could too. Is Ota's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m.,
You got in a car with Renju and drove off to parts unknown.
you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket. ASAP.
See, this is where I'd think it'd be cool if Date said, Ota told me he saw you at Limnesgate around 6 o'clock last night. Is that true? And see if she corroborates the story or not.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
6 o'clock?
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
Why did he call her? What were you doing with Renju?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC.
That night?
He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there.
Is that why the entire place was reserved?
But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol.
So,
I've never done any MCing before,
good chance to start.
especially with important people being there.
What did you do after you turned him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m.
Okay.
That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
So what? He came back to Sunfish Pocket, got murdered downstairs, hauled up the elevator, displayed by 8 p.m. What a fitting timeline.
What do you think, Aiba?
That's the trouble with people being at home in terms of that being their alibi. Can't we check our phone records or something? You know how phones hook up to Wi-Fi signals and whatnot as you travel about? Couldn't we find a way to track her movements yesterday? Or is that getting a bit too police state?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized.
Right, you think it's rehearsed, do you?
Human memory is ambiguous.
This is where you just relentlessly question them and hound them, right? Try and pick apart any tiny details that are different. I mean, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, you know. Maybe they're traumatized, they can't remember things clearly.
Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
6:10 p.m.
That's true.
When did you find out Renju was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This is why I wanted to test her out with like fake times or something like, oh, to saw you at 7 p.m.
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry.
Podcast too important, was it?
Is that something you're supposed to do?
I mean, you could provide some valuable information to the police who are investigating. Courtesy, more like.
I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late.
Oh, how inconvenient for you.
And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
Really? I feel like she's holding out on me. Is it time for
Am
bad
I a
cop boss?
suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Impossible.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl.
So what? Kids kill their parents.
Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point.
Ever heard of an ambush?
A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
Unless he was incapacitated, drugged, drunk.
No, it's still possible. You see,
Iris could have killed Renju because... Oh wow, so these are all my clues. I don't even know where to begin. Where Renju was murdered. Discovery of Renju's body. Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Renju's weight. And he's quite a heavy guy. She wouldn't be able to transfer him. Discovery of Renju's body. Sedation. Can I look?
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body.
That's right. He was tranquilized.
This drug is commonly used as a sedative. It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
Show that.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body.
I knew it was in the back of my mind. That's why I mentioned he could have been, like, drunk or something.
Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Could have. That's the thing.
Wait a minute.
I'm not setting out to prove you're the killer, Iris. I'm just saying I can't rule you out just yet.
Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
Unless you help me.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
I mean, did we say that the body was hanged? Probably.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds.
Damn it, can't we just keep a lid on this stuff? There's a reason why we don't tell the media everything.
Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone.
She'll need to make use of certain objects in the environment.
But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
Yeah. Right. Where do we go from here? Oil drum?
The oil drum inside Sunfish Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
Okay. We know the elevator record showed actually quite... The person Renju was with had to be of equal or slightly less weight.
Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor. According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m., the total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
310 pounds.
I don't think so, Date.
Oh,
this
whoops.
is irrelevant to the question of how to lift Renju's body.
Sorry, I didn't mean to actually show that. I wanted to review the menu. Can I? No, I can't. I have to start showing stuff. Right, so let's think about this. How could Renju's body be lifted up to the ceiling? Need to find a way that even Iris could have pulled up Renju's body. But this doesn't look connected.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe, Sunfish Pocket,
There's a hook on him, right?
hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
Pour some liquid in. That'll weigh
It
him
went
down.
like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
And kick him off.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard.
Not impossible.
The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
Sorry, I work with kgs here in New Zealand. Pounds doesn't quite mean anything to me right now.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
There you go, your very own dumbwaiter hoisting machine.
But there is one more thing.
Yep, devil's advocate, boss. How can I help you today?
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him. If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
You should be lucky that boss is defending you right now.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Well, it's simple, really. Roll them in a oil drum. This could have something to do with it. But I need more to support my theory. His watch was inside, dislodged from his wrist. You know what time it is, Iris? It's punishment time.
Do you know what this is?
Or confession time. Probably comes first.
It's Renju's favorite watch.
Sorry, I love doing interrogations in games. It's just like a power fantasy, I guess, or something.
This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
That's a nice segue into what I was about to, present next.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off, but the suspect didn't notice it.
No.
I'm not saying anything for sure.
Just a theory. A game theory.
Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses!
So? Killers obviously try to limit the number of witnesses when they commit the crime.
If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed.
Unless you killed him in that very building. Maybe it wasn't in Sunfish Pocket.
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Oh, so that prohibits you from driving now?
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Shut it.
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
I wasn't insulting you, I just said even AI could do it, okay?
Just be quiet.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to my detective self. Silence. I gotta say, Date reminds me of Blackwell, sort of, from Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies. I don't know why. Maybe it's his voice.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
I don't know. Your blog? Maybe Ota can measure you with his eyes?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
After all, we have to take into account the weight of the drum.
Why do you say that?
There's a high chance that the culprit weighs 105 pounds because... The elevator record? We need 3 pieces of evidence total. There are others. Oil drum? The weight of the oil drum is one of the key clues. But there's something else. Renju's weight.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
If you don't mind reminding me.
On the 2nd floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the 2nd floor once.
I also like the direction of the camera just spinning around the room and you just see glimpses of Date and Boss in the one-way mirror there.
At 8:55 p.m.
And Iris is just constantly in the frame.
And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44.
Which means 105 pounds?
Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you...
Now this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer.
But it looks quite fishy. Forgive the pun.
A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs.
Numerous explanations.
To throw us off the trail. However...
That would be a clever idea for the killer to do.
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange.
Strange
Don't
how?
turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall.
What's happening? I don't have to dodge another bullet, do I?
There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod.
Did they suddenly switch off?
I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
Each time my back is turned, she grins like a psychopath? There's Iris, there's the watch. It's me. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I had a time limit or anything. Oh, I wanted to look at Iris, but... The camera's the thing that's suspicious. What do we have here? Damn it!
Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing?
Explain yourself now.
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date.
Can't believe we didn't confiscate her phone.
Sync with her.
Sync with her, huh? Looks like we're going down.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
Alright.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Nothing I
Not
can't
a
do,
problem.
boss.
Get it started.
Except remember anything that happened 6 years ago?
Time limit is 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
So before time is up,
I know.
It's okay. Aiba's with me.
then let's begin.
Honestly, this game's got me hooked. I'm intrigued about so much stuff. Here we go. Into the mind of an idol. What are we gonna find? Where are we? Is this the interrogation room? A warehouse? An old warehouse, it
What
seems.
is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
A TV, Extend TV on there? Or is a Renju monster about to pop out and start crawling towards me?
Somnium scan! Activate!
What kind of mental locks do we have to break through here? Whoa. Interlock 1. That's it, huh? Interlock 2, the windows. Interlock 3, the floor. Interlock 4, the gate behind us. That's a lot of mental locks. Sinking in the vein. Discover Iris' secret. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Look at the blood. Watch the murder. Whoa. A, look at the blood. B, watch the murder. Interlock 1 has got 2 ways. Whatever we choose, I think we just commit to. I don't want to retry like I did last time, which may affect certain outcomes. So, let's go look at the TV.
A CRT TV.
Hit or spin the dial. Spin the dial. Oh my. Is that Hitomi's face? No.
Stop!
It's one of the victims of the Cyclops Killer.
Please!
She witnessed it? One of the original murders? She witnessed it?
Video?
Holy shit, what's going on here?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops Killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Yeah, the entire room's changed now. Saw the murder video. Guess we went with option A. That's number 1 unlocked. Negative time. You picked up a timie that has a negative effect. Yeah, I saw that there was a skull there. Negative timies can multiply time or force you to use them. If you pick one up, be careful. Torso. Let's look at this.
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Mannequin. Choke. Hit. Push. Choke will cost us 90 seconds. Choke it. It's hanging. AIBA, you alright? You look quite psycho there. Anything happening? Did you choke yourself out?
Even my consciousness is being affected.
Huh.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
Yeah, looks like we choked ourselves out.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
Mental lock 2 done. Strangle it. Even though it was on the windows. I suppose the location has nothing to do with it then. Okay, that cost us 90 seconds. Medicine bottle.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
4 minutes. Smell, investigate, chug. You get the negative timey.
A syrupy smell, like sweet almonds.
Syrup? You think they were baking a cake or something?
Would have been a pretty psychotic cake.
If it isn't syrup, it's nitroglycerin.
Huh.
Why is that here?
Nitroglycerin reacts violently upon light impact.
Explosive.
It needs to be mixed to lower its sensitivity.
Mixed with what?
Acetone.
Acetone?
It is best that we do not disturb this for now.
Good, lucky you didn't chug it down then.
Right.
Alright, we've got doors, we've got a mirror, we've got an operating table. Damn, we're almost down to 3 minutes.
An operating table.
Sleep. Perform surgery. Investigate. I'm forced to use my negative timey. Let's fall back on that for now. There's another TV. Let's have a look at it. Beat it to death.
An old television.
Turn the dial. Hit. Investigate. 80 seconds. They'll take us down to 110. Hit it. Oh dear.
Iris, what is all this?
She's disturbed. Okay, we can at least go to the operating table now.
2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Understood. We've still got 2 more locks to undo.
Table.
Perform surgery. What kind of surgery are we going to be performing? So that limits things down to 30 seconds, right?
Who do you intend I operate on?
Can you just pretend to do it?
Pretend to do it?
Yeah. I didn't think that made too much sense. Yeah, pretend to do it. See where it gets us. Okay, you're doing well. Goodness me, it's Meryl Streep worthy. She's got me convinced.
Nothing's happening. How disappointing.
Shit.
Damn. I thought it might trigger a memory to recreate itself or something.
Maybe we need to put something on the table.
Perhaps you should abandon that line of thinking.
We're out of time. 76 seconds. The medicine bottle. We've got a mirror.
A full body mirror.
Ugh, really? I'm forced to use my stupid negative timey? Punch it.
Are you sure I can break this mirror?
We're gonna need to restart.
No, I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you ask me to, pervert?
Just punch it, and I'm not a pervert.
Just follow my orders, okay? Even if they don't make sense sometimes. Whoa.
You see? It won't break.
Good, because I don't want that bad luck hovering over me.
What was the point of that?
Okay.
Date, you've got less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, now we gotta rewind. Alright, start again. TV.
A CRT TV.
Spin the dial. I think what we need to do is also just mitigate the use of the negative timey. There's the torso. We ended up strangling it last time. There's a gun up there.
A revolver.
What's that doing there?
Is it real?
It appears that way.
Gotta look everywhere around here, it seems. Jump. Investigate. Jump. 40 seconds.
Weekly Shonen?
Don't say it.
Can't reach it.
I did the best I could. I am not a cyborg, and thus I cannot reach that height. This is not my fault.
Damn it, can't you learn to walk on walls or something?
Nobody's blaming you.
Sorry. I'm the one who's blaming her. Okay,
5
anyway,
minutes
can't reach the
left,
gun.
Date.
5 minutes left. Alright, well, we can go back to choking
4 minutes.
Don't suppose we can look at the torso's head or anything. No. We can check the door.
A double door.
Tackle, open. Let's just bust right through it.
Hiya!
Didn't work.
Hiya!
Is Date like coaching her or
Stop
something?
that. You're not helping.
Sorry. Beat it to death. What does that
An
mean?
old television.
Let's turn the dial. Another murder. Whoa. Goodness. That's vicious. Wow. Kept beating
That
her.
video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops Killer.
You'd think he'd want to preserve the eyes, but no, he was going to town with that rock.
It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on?
So I'm guessing we need to follow the trail of victims then.
Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Appears to be the case.
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Well, she must have something to do with it if she can picture these murders.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed.
Propane tank.
The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
Well, I guess we stick with the tried and true.
3 minutes, Date.
Understood. Let's head over to the next torso.
A torso similar to a fashion mannequin.
Push, punch. I realize I haven't been using my timies, which is a bit of a mistake. Push it. That's a lot of seconds.
It will not budge.
Great.
She doesn't like the aggressive types. In cases like this, it might be best to pull back and stop communication for a while.
What are you talking about?
When your target is trying her hardest not to contact you, that's when you go all in.
Are you thinking about the receptionist right now?
Did you use that strategy on the cabaret girl? And how did that go?
Okay, well,
Let's
pushing
continue the investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
didn't do us any favors. Gas canister, got the shelf. Doors are still there. Let's check out the gas canister.
A common gas canister.
Okay. We might as well make use of the timings, otherwise they're going to get overwritten. Open the valve. Open the valve. Damn it.
It's rusted shut. I cannot open it.
If you can't, then
It is meant to be closed?
I think so.
Alright, well let's check out the medicine bottle now.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
Investigate, chug, smell. No, let's leave that. Let's check out the shelves.
Only a shelf.
Only a shelf. Push it.
That shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
Doesn't it? There we go. Doesn't seem rusted to the floor, so that's good. Uh-oh. We got a rolling shot put. Or some sort of boulder. It's gonna land on your head, AIBA! Watch out!
What?
Whoa.
What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Luckily you weren't standing right in front of it.
Why would anyone put that there?
And by right in front of it, I mean right in front of it, like leaning against it. Good question. Iron
You've
ball.
less than 2 minutes,
An
Date.
iron ball.
Hurry.
It looks quite heavy.
I'm on it, boss. Balance on, kick, throw. Let's try throwing it.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Understood.
Yeah, that way.
It is unexpectedly light.
Really? Well, luckily it wouldn't have bashed your brains in then.
All right. Yeah!
Maybe she's just really strong. Oh. We're blacked out. Yeah, these mannequins seem to affect us.
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Thankfully it's light, right? Looks like we got another bigger ball there. On top of the door. TV.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
There we go. 1 minute lock to go. Come on, we can do this. Hit the torso. Okay, that was 6 seconds. I really want to check the book, though. Will we have enough time? Worn out reference book.
It is a thick book.
Dictionary of Butterfly. Read it.
It has not been well preserved. Most of the ink has faded.
Can you tell what kind of book it is?
It is probably a book on... insects!
Oh.
It's a book on insects!
Oh no, I forgot she's obsessed.
Don't get excited. I know how you love bugs.
An AI liking bugs? That's quite strange. Don't they, like, you know, ruin you?
Does this book belong to Iris?
I didn't know she liked insects, and to read the book so often that it wears out.
No wonder she calls them insects. She doesn't want to call them bugs.
Well, we can't prove it's Iris's.
True. We cannot conclude anything.
Unless her name's stamped on it. Okay. Didn't get much out of that, apart from the fact that Iris has a book of insects in her mind. That's not the TV we're looking for. I shouldn't be running around so much. That's costing me a lot of time. There it is. Go.
An old-fashioned TV.
Alright, do what we always do. Turn the dial. Murder number 3. Gunshot.
Please.
Each one a different method. There's always someone behind. And why do these people only have photographs for faces?
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops Killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
Oh, so the killer live streamed all his kills?
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Not if it's a accurate reproduction, surely.
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Oh man, I don't know if we've got enough time. Okay. Lockers. 60 seconds.
You have 1 minute left.
Working on it.
Just a locker.
Peek, open, listen. Will it open? Listen. We can always use the 1.7 on open if we need
I heard
to.
a metallic sound, like gears spinning.
Is there something inside?
Gear
Be
spinning.
careful, AIBA, just in case.
Roger.
Thank you.
Just
Alright.
a locker.
Just a locker. Open it up. Oh shit! Well. Why is her mind all booby-trapped? We got that iron ball on top of the shelves, we got daggers flying out of lockers to hit gas canisters.
AIBA?
It's all right. More importantly,
Lucky you listened. Domino effect. Got a good old-fashioned Rube Goldberg machine going on here. Where's that gonna end up? God. It's like Tomcat's ultimate mousetrap. That's gonna roll down there. What the hell is going on in your mind, Iris? Not gonna lie, it's got me kind of scared for her. Is she a psychotic, or is she a victim in all this? Landed in a puddle? Whoa! I mean, if she's familiar with these sorts of devices, there's no question she could have easily set something up to hoist Renju up, right? This is a long contraption. Roll a little bit more. Wow. There's the gun shooting the mirror.
That is...
The fourth victim. This one actually has a face and a body. Not a photograph this time. It's me. Me in the reflection! What the hell? I mean, it was kind of to be expected, but why? Vain, disassociated persona? Can't quite see. Oh boy. Date! There's a reason why we can't remember anything from before 6 years ago, sorry. Day 3, Sunday. Gumai.
What happened in that Somnium?
You didn't see?
We saw it too.
You saw everything?
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago
Iris was present,
are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
and my face was in a reflection. Blood splattered all over my face, and a Cheshire cat grin
No.
spread across my cheeks.
That means the person who killed them was...
Blue figure with Date's face. Unless it's a twin or something. If I'm not mistaken, that's his left eye, and it looks well and functioning there. Or has she somehow manipulated her own Somnium? Still. Ha. A CRT monitor.
Date, can you turn on the TV?
We're not in the Somnium anymore, AIBA.
Video drone is about to start.
Oh, seriously?
What's Videodrone?
You haven't seen Videodrone? It's a cult classic.
Excuse me, I'm just having a self-revelation right here, and you want to watch a damn TV show? We can watch it on demand later on, right?
I haven't seen it, and that's not a TV anyway.
A long table.
This brings back memories.
Kind of memories.
Date and I consummated our love for each other many times on that table.
We sure did.
I don't remember that at all.
A locker.
Hey, did you hear something just now?
It must be in your head.
Was it in my head? Was it you? Boss has a serious look on her face. You better tell me what the hell's going on right now. The blue figure from the sink.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah,
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face.
You sound as shocked as I am.
The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
You said it was impossible for the original Cyclops killer to be working now. Why is that? How did you come to that conclusion?
Date, you cannot say that for certain.
I know. I can live in denial, can't
You
I?
have no memories past 6 years ago.
The timing is too perfect.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
I knew you said that too seriously.
You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I wasn't missing my left eye then, though.
I'm kidding.
I'm tired of all this kidding around, you guys. Okay, this is traumatic for me. I saw my face killing someone, and I can't remember doing it, and I have no way of knowing that I for sure didn't do it, because I can't remember anything past 6 years ago. And you're not telling me anything about the original Cyclops killing,
You
boss.
can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not.
Then,
Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
what am I, some kind of Suicide Squad now? Suicide Detective?
You interrogated Iris before the sync.
Maybe I'm a different person because I have no memories from 6 years ago. Memories are a pretty strong component of what makes us who we are. I'm more of a nurture, not nature kind of person. I don't think anyone's born evil. I think they're bred into evil, if you know what I mean. Depending on their circumstances growing up. And if you take away a person's memories, they're pretty much a different person, I think. Think of people with amnesia. So many like movies and shows, right, where a killer has amnesia or they have a bad past. And then once they remember, they're like, oh shit. But then because of these new memories they made when they were a good person, they suddenly conflicted about who they really are.
What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
So you're saying that she consciously made me out to be the killer because I frightened her in the interrogation room? Then explain the eye. If she was just thinking about me now, wouldn't my left eye be yellow, like AIBA? Why did the original Cyclops Killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Exactly.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12?
Each crime?
And not just one, but all 4?
Things are ramping up. About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
I still think I deserve to know. I'm investigating this case now. Surely it applies. Surely there's something important there that you're hiding from me. What about the original Cyclops serial killings?
The Cyclops Killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
Don't tell me it's a coincidence.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
How did I lose my memories anyway?
Really?
Really.
Boss, you're not instilling a lot of confidence in me right now. Pewter looks like his usual self. About the original and new incidents.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Nothing meaningful apart from the fact that eyes are taken from the victims.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same.
So what? If it's a copycat, they could have a connection to the original killer.
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops Killer could not have committed these crimes.
Something just, you know, feels like poor police work here. I mean, it's possible that they could be absolutely certain the original Cyclops Killer couldn't have done it because they're dead, but...
How can you be so sure?
Because I can.
That's not an answer, Pewter.
Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
You guys are making it very hard. I like you both, I really do. But come on, show me some courtesy here. The red figure from the sink.
In the Somnium earlier,
Was that Iris herself?
I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
Suppose if it was Iris, she'd recognize herself, right? Why did the original Cyclops Killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia.
I see.
And why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
Yeah, that's lucid dreaming for you, right? But even that's hard to attain. Why did the original Cyclops Killer appear in Iris' Somnium? Again.
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C.
Okay.
This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event.
Right.
However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C.
They just jumble together.
Those happened in reality. In other words, Fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
It's made up of a bunch of real memories mashed into one.
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Are all memories real?
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right?
It's time to get into a philosophical discussion.
But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even
Déjà vu.
false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not.
How we felt watching the movie, the adrenaline of an action movie, the fear of a horror.
Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
At least in a dream. About the original Cyclops Killer.
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops Killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified.
And yet you're sure it's the same person.
That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
Dropped. Summarize for me. I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. I wonder if I come back to this moment armed with knowledge of other things. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sink room.
Hey Iris, about that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her,
She
Date.
doesn't remember what she's experienced in Somnium.
The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops Killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops Killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
12 years old, a little girl. I'd understand if you were 6.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
And it's not like you're 50 right now.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
It's a neat way of having little flashbacks using our eyesight.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Then,
Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her.
that's fine.
Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Okay. We're on our way home.